Hey guys, Sean here with Fyrebx, and you're not going to believe who I have here today. I have Jim Wills, the legend. He's had a lot of experience with the Fyrebx product, had a ton of experience in the industry, and so we thought it'd be good for Jim to tell us and tell you kind of what he's experienced. Jim, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Jim Wills, I'm founder of Terra Fuego Resource Foundation and Firestorm Wildland Fire Suppression, and I've been in the Wildland Fire Service since 1974. Been a prescribed burner virtually every year since then, and you know, this product has revolutionized our prescribed burn program, particularly with Terra Fuego as we've gone forward. And I think the biggest thing for me is the fact that we can be out on a piece of line, a narrow piece of road, and we can turn around the length of the machine. For years, we used Type 6 engines, long wheelbase. We'd have a spot fire across the line. We have to go down and turn the truck around and do a 42-point turn, and come on back a half a mile, and the spot fire is twice as big as it was when you started. Yeah. Today, we're able to spin around, address the need immediately, and then just using the machine in different ways as we did the prescribed burning with being able to go in and isolate certain areas where you want to reduce the intensity. You can zip in, use the monitor, knock down some fire intensity, come back to the fire line. Totally able to engage inside the burn area and outside the burn area. I've watched the Terra Fuego guys take on projects that I would have never taken on without this piece of equipment. It's just changed the way we were able to move in and move out. You know, for many years we were using quad runners dragging logs to build fire line, you know, with 15-gallon tanks on them so that we can maneuver around. And today we can build the fire line, we can use the machine as doing mobile attack, so to speak, or mobile knockdown, mobile pre-treating outside the line. We did a lot of that on all of the burns. We've used it to go in and if we're close on our prescriptions and that, to go ahead and pre-treat the outside of the line. And it's enough to keep us from having to fight with it later.
So let me ask you a question. We have a lot of people that say they love Fyrebx. They have an issue with the rubber tracks being used with the compact track loaders. My answer to them has always been, well, I think they've been using rubber tires on wildland trucks for a long time.
Forever.
So can you kind of give your opinion of what you've experienced with the rubber tracks out there?
You know, in all of the work that we've done, not only with using the equipment for masticating and that, but in the prescribed burn part of it, is that you're never in one location long enough to have anything start. And a very effective tool that I've used over the years was just drive the track along the grass fire.
Yeah.
and stamp it out. And then with the ability with the Fyrebx is being able to rake the fire down out ahead of you.
Exactly.
And I personally have used the machine. You know, I'm not just talking from watching my guys do it. I've ran the machine. I've banged up the box. I've been out there and actually recognized how I can knock down fire on the edge of it and continue to move as I go. And there's a lot of different little techniques.
Well, I remember now, I think I can plug this in. So you started Firestorm.
Correct.
And then now your son has acquired Firestorm.
Yeah, my son is the primary owner.
Yeah, Firestorm. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually saved his home with a Fyrebx and his team.
Absolutely.
And you were there.
Yeah, well, actually we had our team was protecting my home and my neighbor's home.
That's right.
My neighbors were all out of town during the park fire start.
And how big was that park fire? It got to what, 500,000?
About 500,000 acres. Yeah. And it ran across our backyards, across our neighbors' backyards. And the Terra Fuego team was out protecting my home. We'd been in communication with my son Jess, who lived out on Richardson Springs Road. We checked in, hey, y'all good? All good. The phone starts ringing. Dwayne says, call your boy, I think there's something up. I said, turn the trucks and run. So Dwayne took the two trucks, headed towards Richardson Springs. I got my son on the line and he said, need help. They were able to get out there into the fire area. The CAL FIRE folks were coming out of the old resort there. There's an old resort at the end of the road, and it's a dead end road. And so the guys were coming in, the CAL FIRE guys were coming out. We were able to attack the fire with the firebox at the edge of our property, knock the fire down, corral it across the creek with an engine crew behind the firebox, and they were able to flank the fire all the way around and away from the property and the neighbor's property.
That's awesome.
The next day, the next evening, there was a flare up across the street. My son Jess had seen the smoke coming up, went back up there. The fire had rekindled, had a couple of horses trapped in the corral. He was able to use the firebox to knock it down, and by the time the CAL FIRE engines and stuff got in there, he had a line around it and knocked the fire down, got the horses out of the corral.
That's awesome.
So the machine is the most functional firefighting tool I've come across in my 50 plus years.
That's incredible. You and I talked earlier about how many guys are using out there hot shots, or guys cutting line by hand and so forth, and type 6 trucks and 300 gallons of water. Do you have an opinion or kind of an estimation of how Firebox is a force multiplier?
Oh, absolutely. I would say it's at least a 4 times multiplier for the resources on the line. We never have had the piece of equipment that could actually put the line in, carry water with us, knock the fire down, provide protection out ahead, and be able to move at the rate that they can move. The production rate is at minimum of 4 times.
Another thing is, we've had people say, well, it's too slow. A skid steer is too slow. Has there been an issue with it?
No, I would say it's the opposite of that.
Oh.
I would say that the machines are much quicker and able to maneuver than anything else we've had on the line.
Oh, that's awesome.
The tracked machine, the Caterpillars that we're using now, as a whole, the smaller machine is much quicker than a regular dozer, doesn't do as much resource damage as a regular dozer, and has the turning radius of a VW.
Yeah. Just turns on a dime.
It just spins around, and so I think that's the qualifier, and two is that time is everything.
Absolutely.
And so we talked earlier about an old Type 6 engine, even a short wheelbase Type 6 engine on any of the roads we work on, it's a 42-point turn.
Yeah, a lot of times.
And you got to have a little bit of a turnout to get that in.
Yeah, a lot of times it's a 1-width dozer line.
That's
That's
it.
all you got.
That's or less.
Yeah,
So-
I've been on fires where they're all crammed in there, and nobody can go anywhere.
Right.
And the guy in the front needs to get back. He's being called over here. This guy's going over here, and it's a cluster.
Yes. Yeah, I think that the machine has it's transformed the work that I known it as far as the prescribed burning, and I think we'll see this once they figure out their typing and all of that. We'll see this as a great initial attack machine.
Well,
I really see that as.
I just want you guys to know that it's an absolute honor to have Jim here. He has given his entire life to this industry, and we're just very thankful, and I just want to say thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.